I would like to share a story of an experience I had around 2 weeks ago. And yeah, it was so profound, I couldn't get over it, so I really feel like sharing it. It was a time when I couldn't spend silent time with Jesus for a while because I was around people, and then it really started to bother me. And I was like, okay, I need to listen to at least a song to get my brain silenced. And suddenly, an old song from my childhood um, came to my mind and got sad. It was a movie theme song, and the pop hit. And as I looked up for it, I really felt like the Holy Spirit was saying, like, "Are you ready for it? Because it's gonna be not reversible." And I'm like, "Okay, pop hit, okay." And as I started to listen to it, I couldn't stop. Like, I was listening to it for hours, over and over again, and I really felt like God was going to the depth of my being, and He was going into me, like, very deeply, into my soul. And of course, my whole body was overwhelmed. I couldn't really move, and my breathing was taken over sometimes, but it's not a big deal. Uh, the big deal was that He reached parts of my emotions and soul that has never been opened to Him. And I was weeping so hard. I really haven't uh, an understanding of, like, me being the bride of Jesus, and they loved it. And I really feel like that's the ultimate revelation of the man God relationship, this bridal union. But at this time, I really felt like He wasn't like that, because He wanted me to be so free, not even trying to please my bridegroom, not even trying to be a good spouse for him, or like, he was not telling but expressing that I don't like that you want to please me because I'm so pleased with you. Like, you think it's spiritual that you want to be good enough for me, but actually it's based on a lie, because you are always good enough for me. And I'm just so accepting everything. Like, you just don't try to add anything to my acceptance. You don't need to, like, work for it or earn it. And I, in my head, I knew it, but at this time I realized, like, okay, um, this striving God, a very spiritual disguise, this, oh, I want to be as close as possible to the Lord. Oh, I sacrifice everything to get to know Him as deep as possible. And he just said, like, oh, you don't need to do that. I'm already there, and I brought you there. So I really felt like God was more like a very very playful mother, like when playing and singing to a child, and just singing stupid songs that makes no sense, and just talking in baby language, and just laughing with the baby, and just playing with it. And I felt like, not just me, it wasn't just me in his arms, it was the whole universe, like, not just the mankind, it was the whole universe with the lost cockroach, and and galaxy in his arms, and he was playing with it, and he was loving on it. Actually, she at this point, and she was just singing songs to this whole creation that was in his arms, and I felt such an acceptance, like the cockroaches involved, that how much more I am. So it was such a liberating experience. And yeah, and after a while, Jesus told me that we will go back to your childhood memories. And I was like, yeah, I wasn't, I was not really into inner healing at that time. Like, I've forgiven everyone I could think of, and I didn't have that much trauma in my childhood. Of course, there were times at school when I was bullied and things like that, but I wasn't really thinking about that. And I'm not really into inner healing because I don't really think that we need to fix something that has died with Jesus, you know. And we just need to realize that, okay, that bullied Evie has died with Jesus, and that's all. Let's live the life of Jesus instead of living the life of fixing up my old stuff, you know. So that was my idea, and still is, about inner healing. But when Jesus does something that is in connection, like in my time with Jesus, when Jesus starts to do something like that, I always give way to it, because you know what I need, you know, and just okay, like if you think that's what we need to do, then let's go. And went back to all the different scenes and events in my childhood that was bad, and we relived them, we remade them, we recreated the memories. They either happened differently, or my reaction to them was different. So sometimes I just simply felt like I'm invincible, even though I was bullied. I was just skipping and dancing and laughing, and I felt like untouchable. And there were times when the whole scene altogether happened differently, and I could feel the joy and freedom of this other memory. And I really felt like Jesus. I was weeping so hard, and I was like, I felt like shouting and screaming it sometimes, because it was such there was such a difference in my view of myself when I had this different memory. And I came to realize that there were so many things I believed to be my personality trait, and it wasn't. It was actually a lie. Like, oh, it's easy to believe that, okay, I'm rather a shy girl. And I came to realize, like, no, I'm not. I adopted this thing. I had some experience, and after that I said that, okay, it's better for me to be shy. And it was like cleaning up piles of lies in my head. Like, I'm not even like that. I just I just learned the lesson the enemy tried to teach me as a child. And I learned it, and I thought it's me, and I'm not like that. I'm free not to be like that. I don't even have the memory that anymore that says that I should be that way. And it was such a liberating thing. Like, we went to scene to scene in my life, and after a while I really felt like I'm not the same person. I'm not even the person I think I am. And I felt limitless. Like, after a while I felt like I could do anything. I felt all powerful. Yeah, it was weird. Because, oh yeah, I'm only human, we have this concept, but at the time I didn't feel human at all. I felt like I have all the possibilities of God in my hand. Yeah, felt like I could do all things. Like I have the same options to do as God. I really felt like that. It was amazing. Yeah. The other liberating thing about this story was that it happened to a pop hit. I was raised that like you shouldn't listen to worldly music because it's from the devil, you know. And this, it was so kind of Jesus. Like, okay, I won't do that to a worship song. I would do that to a film hit, and you will just have to have the one of the great experiences of your lifetime to a pop hit, because I'm in everything and there's nothing outside of me. No matter how twisted it is, it cannot be outside of me. And I'm gonna show you how much it is inside of me. So it wasn't, yeah, it was an inner healing in itself that it happened to a pop hit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had such a sense of acceptance and no need to perform to God. After that, I really felt like I needed this so much. Uh, yeah, we really need Him to fix us up. We can't fix up anything. He knows what kind of healing we need, and He's so perfect in doing it. The ways He uses, the timing He uses, the the scenes He uses, everything is just so thought through, you know. So yeah, I love the ways you're doing things, Jesus, and I just give you free way to do it as much as you want, the way you want it. Just give me the grace to allow you to do these things, because I want to. I want to. I want you to do whatever you want, and please give me the grace not to hinder you in that. I love you so much. I love the way you are doing things. Just love everything about you. God bless you guys.